Hello everyone. A lot of people are asking what they will get for rewards with staking in SHIBASWAP. And honestly, we can calculate that, and I'm pretty surprised that nobody else did that so far, or I didn't saw it. So what I did here is to calculate what will be the rewards for staking, at least the bone rewards. That's what we can calculate from my point of view. Other currencies which you earn as rewards, it's a little bit more difficult to calculate, and yeah, you will see it right after. But before we start, let's clarify some facts, I would say. I mean, we have two possibilities to earn money on SHIBASWAP at the moment, and in that case, I want to be pretty transparent. I mean, staking is there is pretty less risk, and for that you for sure also get less rewards in comparison to giving liquidity. If you give liquidity, you also have to build liquidity pairs, and you have a much higher risk also with impermanent loss, for example. And so you will earn more with digging or give liquidity. But with both cases, you will earn rewards. The rewards for staking will be lower, and my intention is that people are not disappointed at the end, and that they, even if the rewards are smaller than with digging, that they see how big is the value of SHIBASWAP at the end. And so let's deep dive in that topic. What can we calculate? There are 1,000 bones for digging pools, 50 bones for staking pools, 100 bones for development pool. In general, these are 1,150 bones which will be minted per block. So around about every 14 seconds, one block will be minted. And the whole thing will be during the liquidity event for 14 days. And so we also know around about 4,928 bones will be minted per minute. That's around about 7.1 million bones per day. Out of these bones, we also know from the WOOF paper that 3% will go to the SHIBA staking pool. 1% of all minted bones per block will go to the LEASH staking pools, and 1% will go to the bone staking pool. In number, we are talking about round about 350,000 bones per day, which will go to these staking pools. And once more here, to be really transparent, just that you have a comparison, if you see to digging, there will be round about 6.1 million bones which will be minted per day and which you can earn with digging. And on the other hand side, we have round about 350,000 bones which will be distributed to the bury pools. So with that numbers, we can go one step further and go more in details to try to figure out how much we will earn with staking. So you see here the actual numbers which are valid today. I already put that into the calculator, and you see that here I have put in these prices already in our calculation. To calculate what we will earn out of staking SHIB, LEASH or bone, we always need the total supply. I mean, that's changing all the time, so every time we will calculate that, we will maybe have some differences here. But for an example, We will stick to the numbers I figured out some minutes before. And important is how many SHIB out of the whole pool you are holding. Depending on that, you get a bigger or smaller part of the rewards. And at the end, it is a pretty simple calculation because, like we mentioned before, we know how many bones per block are minted, and out of that we can now calculate how many bones we will earn. So if you're interested in where I get the total supply, I put them out of the contracts, which I linked here. I can also link them in the description if you're interested. But now let's start with the calculation. So if you are holder of 150 million SHIB, for example, you would have a really small part of the pool, but even then, with this part of the pool, you will earn around about 3.7, whatever, bones per week, which is, with the actual price, around about $17.8, which you will earn per week with your invest. But you should not really have your focus on your weekly returns. It is much a bigger value if you see what you can earn per year. I mean, per year you would earn nearly to 200 bones, and in percentage these are nearly to 90% of a revenue of your invest. So you can nearly achieve the same amount of money which you're already invested in 1 year. I mean, that's a huge benefit. I think you will not find a lot of finance product where you get out these high percentages. And you need to have two more things in mind. First thing is that bone will rise in the value. So one bone today is maybe $4.7. One bone in 1 year could be $10, $20, who knows? But you have to have that in mind. I mean, for sure, it could go the other side and it's worth less. But I mean, that's pretty much a good thing if we all believe in SHIBA and SHIBASWAP and all other projects which will follow. So we have a big chance that our bone in 1 year will have a higher value. That's the first thing you have to have in mind. The second thing you have in mind is that every week you will get your bones. If you reinvest your bones every week, the benefit end of year, your reward, will be much higher. And if you do that time over time, your value of your bones and SHIB will be bigger and bigger and bigger. That's pretty important. And that's a huge thing to earn money over time. So, maybe now you're interested in what happened if I do not be owner of 150 million SHIB. I'm just owner of 50 million SHIB. So you see, you will earn per year 65 bone. If you are holder of much more, for example, then you will earn for sure more because your part of the pool is bigger. And so you just get some ideas or impressions from what amount of rewards we are talking at the moment. Yes, there will also be Ethereum and SHIB rewards for staking SHIB. Actually, I don't really can tell you what will be the amount of the value you will get out of these rewards. It's pretty interesting. We will see it. That's a question I can't answer because at least I don't have any idea how to figure out what would be the transaction fees, the swap fees on the whole SHIBASWAP platform. And to put here any number would not really make sense because it is wrong in any case. So yeah, everybody else could calculate through a number into the air and calculate 0.1% or 0.05%. So let's go on with LEASH. Pretty much the same calculation I did here. Also, I put here the total supply. Let's do a quick calculation. If you're owner of one LEASH or X LEASH, you can expect to earn around about 8 bone per week or 452 bones per year. Also here you have a percentage which is near to 100%, so you can double your invest in 1 year. Also here, have in mind that bone could be worth more in the future. If you are maybe have a smaller amount of leash, you put 0.3 for example, around about $600 worth, then you would earn 135 bones per year. And if you have a huge invest done, for example with 50 leash, that's pretty much a huge invest. Maybe we take a little bit the smaller number, 10 leash, it's even high at that point. But yeah, you see what you will earn. And also here you will get also leash per week, but that's a number which I also can't tell you at the moment. We will see it in some days. And the last one is bone. Here we have to say that the total supply is at the moment pretty low, I would say. Just we can do a test here. We put here in 10 bones. With investing or staking 10 bones, you will earn 2.3 bones per week and 124 bones per year. And here we have a APR of over 1,000. That's not really realistic. I mean, the most people will get now bone at the end of the week, and they will stake the bone, and the number of the total supply will be bigger and bigger, and so the percentage here will go down for sure. But just take it at the moment like it is, and we put here, for example, 200 bone, so you see what your rewards would be. Or we can put here, for example, I don't know, 1,000 bone. You see the rewards for the moment. So let's come to an end. I think really important, and a statement I want to bring here at the end. SHIBA, the SHIBA INU ecosystem is genius. It's pretty cool if you understand it. It's really important that you understand it, because if you just hold SHIB and your idea, you think you will be millionaire overnight, that's the wrong way, I guess. Have in mind, you can let your money grow over time. Use the tools which SHIBASWAP gave us. Stake or dig your SHIB, your leash, your bones, and earn rewards over time. That's the value, and that's the way to get rich in future. Thank you for watching. Have a nice evening.